guys, I am Chris Kaler.
And I'm Amber from Kajin Cosplay, and today we are watching with you guys the Promised Neverland episode 11.
Yes. Still in cosplay, by the way, because we said we were going to do that for the last 3 episodes.
Way more easier to just stay in cosplay for the finale, so.
Yes. So, okay, last episode was Norman's farewell.
Is he dead? Or not?
No tears and no nothing, because as sad as it was, we don't really know what happened. It looked different from what we expected with the other kids, so the spark of hope is still there. And last time I had something like this happen, it was with Nunnally and Code Geass, and I was fucking right.
You were right. Yeah.
But I mean, it could just be that something, like it was sent somewhere else, or I don't know, or is being used for something. But the thing is, he's not with our kids anymore. He's not with Ray and Emma anymore. And a couple of months passed, and now it's Ray's turn to be shipped. Shit. Last episode, both Emma and Ray were so depressed after what happened that we kind of
lost hope with them.
Mom is complex. She's a very complex character, and she was saying to Emma that she wants her to abandon, just let go, because it's so much easier. And if she doesn't, she's just gonna live with despair for the rest of her short life.
Yeah.
So, and she also said that she wanted to recommend her for the mom position,
But
have a kid and become a mom.
Emma won't have it, so.
She went to Ray the day before he gets shipped, and she's like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "Have you really given up?" Which was different from the depressed state he's been in for the last couple months.
Yeah.
It's good to see him being angry. But the character that was the most angry was Emma.
Emma give that psychopath look, guys.
She hasn't given up, and I think that she's going to do something intense.
It's going to be epic.
Yes. There's only 2 episodes left. Let's jump in episode 11, see what the plan is. I hope there's a plan. I hope no more kid dies.
There's always a plan. Always. Okay?
There's always a plan. Well, there wasn't for Norman.
Well, technically, yes, he planned to get shipped off, so there was a plan. Not the one that we wanted, though, but there was a plan.
Okay, so let's go.
All right.
Okay,
Not everyone is there. That's true.
the babies are not there. We don't see most of the kids. So I don't know, are they... Okay. Wild theory that came to my mind, maybe, they've been telling everyone. What if they took, the brightest kid in the bunch, they told him how they were going to do this, they told him what was going on, and they were like, you're not going to get shipped till later. So, and we can escape with everyone, so
And
plan
come back
ahead.
and save you,
Or just take your time, plan ahead, and do this way, escape this way in the future. I don't know, because I have, as sad as it is, I do have to admit that escaping with all the kids is impossible. So what about the babies and stuff? There's always going to be more kids to save. There's always going to be babies to take care of. Gilda is where's Gilda? I haven't seen her with the babies or with the group. So where is she?
I don't know. Maybe that's another part of the plan.
And Phil, he's
still with Mama.
at the same time, if they can't ship Ray and Emma, someone else is gonna get shipped. So I think it's a stupid theory, actually. So leaving kids behind like this means that someone else is gonna get shipped eventually. So either they chose to be ruthless and be like, sacrifices are gonna have to happen, or and I don't think I don't think the sacrifice theory is the good one.
That's not character, though. So.
No, that's the thing. She chose group and family over everything else.
There's a plan that we don't see yet, just like
what
happened right now.
There's one episode left.
There's something that they're doing that we don't understand yet. So we need to be patient and see what's going on.
Oh my god,
because Emma will never leave a child behind. That's for sure.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of her character.
I love that. She's always been saying she wasn't gonna leave anyone behind. they were showing us the scenes. They were giving us all the fucking clues. Some stuff we understood, like some stuff we guessed, like what was going on with Ray, how he wanted to basically sacrifice himself for the others, and he didn't intend to leave. Like that, we kind of understood that. Same as Norman did when he you know read his character, and he never mentioned himself, you know. So
yeah,
but I feel it's as sad as it is. I kind of see that Norman chose to save his friend who's been, you know, planning for this, saving them, you know, doing all these sacrifices and putting himself on the line and going through all this shit. And yes, I'm speaking about Ray because I love Ray. There's a reason why I'm cosplaying him, you know. But I feel like maybe he wanted to give him something that he never, you know, hoped for before, which is a chance at survival.
Yeah.
And Norman, you know, he knew, like, he was a sick kid. I still don't know where he is. Like, I still don't know if he actually died or anything, but he was a sick kid. He knew that for this to happen, one of them was going to have to buy them all time. He chose it. He chose himself for that sacrifice. He chose to save the friend that never wanted to survive, the friend that was selfless throughout the entire fucking show, you know? And yeah, save both Emma and Ray. And I love that Emma also stood by this decision, because Ray, like, I had no idea he intended to burn himself alive.
Freaking
when I
martyr.
imagine sacrifice,
You're just a freaking martyr. You know that? You know that?
When I imagined him sacrificing himself for the others, I thought he was gonna, you know, get shipped off and distract Mom as everything was happening or something like that. But he chose to steal the food.
Burning alive.
He's a martyr, yeah. He wanted to rob these demons of what they really wanted, which was his brain, you know, which was, he wanted to make himself be the best of the best, like the best candidate he could ever be, to really make them want him so he could snatch it from them at the end, which is badass as fuck. But in the way he wanted to do it, it's like he completely lost it, and he worked towards that goal. Like that's the plan, like you said, that Norman found under his bed. That's what he wanted from the beginning. But then to find out that he knew and he planned for a lot of stuff while we were watching, because a lot of the stuff that happened was right there in front of us, but we didn't know. Planning ahead with Emma, giving her stuff for the escape. Emma planning, telling the kids, having the kids come to her to learn. Them listening at the door when they were with their sister.
So much that they didn't show us on purpose because they want to have the big reveal at the end.
For sure.
And we saw a glimpse of what was going on, but we didn't understand the context of it. So yeah, I really love when you expect something and they took you by surprise at the end.
But again,
it's
like,
always
if you go back, I'm sure we could find clues to show us that that's what was going on. Because think about what they told Sister Crone. They knew what was going on, so what was the point of making her repeat everything, you know? That was exactly the reason why. Like, they wanted the kids to hear the whole story.
Yeah. But since we don't see what's behind the door, we don't expect it.
It's clever editing. It's clever planning. It's clever kids. And they probably have another thing up their sleeves, because Phil showing up, it's not a coincidence that it's Phil that showed up, because we've seen this kid a lot. Out of all the other kids, he's probably the one that always shows up whenever something's happening. You know?
Always there.
But when Dawn and Gilda were trying to get, you know, no, it wasn't Phil that time, but several times when, for example, when Sister Crone was looking for
Phil.
stuff that showed up in the office.
It was Phil.
I thought it was a blonde kid.
No, it was Phil.
Okay, well maybe it was Phil, but still, one I'm sure of is when Sister Crone was looking for stuff in around Ray's bed and Norman's stuff, she was interrupted by Phil, who showed up. And not only that, but Phil is usually the one that notices stuff. So they keep showing us this kid, and they also mentioned early in the series that he had great scores for a kid his age. So no coincidence there, especially after this episode where we find out that there's a lot that's been going on that we didn't know about.
No.
So, and for him to show up at the end, like, he's not with the others, he doesn't seem ready to flee or anything. But really...
Like what Ray said, is that all of us?
No.
So, there's something going on, guys.
Because, and like, Ray has a point when he's saying that he still doesn't see how this could work with just, like, with all of them, with the babies and stuff.
Yeah, but...
Especially after, even if they escape, you know?
I think that I might say something like, maybe they took those who were able to flee, that they could be shipped off soon, escaped, come up with a plan to end all of it, and save everyone else.
Well, yeah, that's...
So if they let the babies, they won't ship babies, their brain is not ripe enough. So maybe that's the plan.
We'll see. We'll see. But something is absolutely going on. Everything was planned. From the fire, they even knew about, like, the fire and stuff. Like, the kids knew what to expect, and Ray being the one that he is, you know, the clever guy, the one that plans for all that shit, didn't even see that coming. So, and he's so fucking surprised. So what does that say? What does that say about us? You know, we have no chance of knowing what's gonna happen next episode, but I'm so fucking ready.
No.
And it's so sad to see, like, Norman show up behind Emma and be, like, supporting her, giving her that, you know, putting his hand behind her back, be like, I'm right there with you,
yeah.
I'm gonna push you forward if I have to, but I'm supporting you, my spirit is with you no matter what, you know?
Yeah.
And he planned for all this shit.
It's so sad, but I'm not crying. Maybe because of the lenses, but I'm not crying, even though it's really, really sad.
I mean, I have from experience, Dororo, and a lot of other shows, I know that even with lenses, I can cry. But I've come close in this episode. I had teary eyes. But I think that this show is good at building up emotions, and we're not just there yet. You know, it's a good thing that we're watching these 3 episodes together, because I feel like this episode wasn't about crying or anything. Like, we freaked out about Ray. Like, for a second, I was gonna lose it. But then, it's so clever how they did this. Visually, it's intense, but... And they really made me believe that this was happening. But then we didn't hear him scream or anything, so I'm like, that's weird.
I just can't believe that these kids are just so hardcore. It's like, crying, they're crying, screaming, acting, chopping off ears off.
God, no fucking regrets, you know?
Damn.
Like I said in this episode about Ray, but it's actually true about Emma too. It's like, it's go big or go home.
Well,
go big or die.
Their life is on the line, so they need to act.
So I'm ready to see the last episode, see how they escape, and see what the rest of the plan is, because what the hell is Phil doing there?
Explain everything to me.
Please. Okay. So, thank you guys so much for watching this with us. If you want to see the last episode of the first season right away, it's already on Patreon. Check it out. The link is in the description.
So don't forget to subscribe if you want to watch it now. And if not, wait for the next one to be out on YouTube, guys.
Yes.
So we're gonna see you soon. Bye.
Bye.